Next opponent is, wow, pretty much on our level. I think this is going to be a pretty balanced fight, if I had to guess. I also think I fought this guy before. I think I remember the picture here. And if memory serves, I lost, but I don't know how I lost. So, Giant Specialist for Phoenix. The other stuff I don't particularly care too much about. Although none of them are bad, I think. Yeah, I'm going with the... Let's go with Giant. Giants are fun. And my opponent has Marksman Specialist, and he's going with Steel Ball and Arclight. If I had to guess, he might be getting some fangs of his own. Hem. What would I do then? I think if I could, I would instantly go into Mustangs. Is this? Yeah, this is the correct distance. But I don't have the money to go into Mustangs just like that. And I also don't want to get my own Arclights. I think they might just be wasted. I'm thinking maybe Stormcallers are not a bad idea here. Oh, and I completely forgot I can only get them in the next turn. Unless I buy out. So for the moment, I'm just adding another batch of units here. Another batch of fangs. And he is just doubling down, it seems, on Arclights and adding another Marksman. Reasonable. Very, very reasonable, in my opinion. Also, I'm pretty sure the Phoenixes are too far up front. Might have to give my fangs mechanical range. Or the Phoenix, of course, give them range in and of itself. Yep. That is a victory for my opponent based on my stupidity. I should remember that Phoenixes are actually pretty quick. They are not just snipers, they are also quick. Don't feel like doing any of these. I'm thinking about Stormcallers now. Because what he has right now can absolutely get destroyed by Stormcallers if they hit at the correct time, that is. And get... how much damage does a Marksman do? 2,300-ish. So this won't let the Phoenixes survive. In that case, I'm going to get the attack upgrade. He is now getting fangs. I'm thinking about crawlers next turn, just to keep his steel balls in place for the missiles to hit. Maybe I should have done that in this turn as well. After I unlocked the... I could have absolutely done that. I should have done that. I'm not playing particularly well today. Anyhow, Phoenixes get on the steel balls. Missiles are doing a bit of damage on the Arclights, which is actually pretty neat. But his delayed fangs are actually doing a good amount of... they are putting up chaff. And that is what he needs right about now. Fortunately... Oh, that Stormcaller still got a couple of missiles out, but they did not hit particularly well. Come on, you can do this. Kill that Marksman. Oh, there was one more fang up front. Oh, that is unfortunate. That was unfortunate. Subsidized Mustang. It will get shredded against his Arclights, though. I don't think I want that right now. I'm going in for the crawlers this turn. I need to keep my units in place. And would Incendiary be a bad choice here? I don't think it would. Get the other upgrade as well. I'm playing a bit like a madman here, but I feel like I'm behind my opponent's power, so I need to play a bit like a madman. So these are some decent hits from the Stormcallers. And the fire is going to hurt his chaff. He did get a missile interceptor here. I'm very surprised, because I don't think that's what you usually would do. Come on, kill this thing. Very nice. Unfortunately, this survived. I would have loved if they could have killed this thing as well. So now what do I do? My opponent does have decent damage. I think I'm going to skip here, upgrade my Stormcallers, upgrade my Phoenixes. So now they're doing 6,000 and then some damage, which means they can now one-shot these units. He may add more of the missile interceptors. So should I go heavier into Stormcallers? I feel like I should maybe go further into Phoenixes this time around. That sounds like a decent play, but is it a decent play? Yeah, let's do that. Let's go in on more Phoenixes. Unlock maybe the Marksman. And do I want to give my Phoenixes shields? I think that's not a bad idea. He's getting the Iron Beam. And it's going to eviscerate this side of units, for sure. Look at the Phoenixes being completely and utterly useless. They also added more missile interceptors. Still don't think the Phoenix change is bad, particularly though. And his missile interception is good, but I don't think it will stay perfect, especially the further up front his units come, the worse this is going to end up as. What do I do now? I'm thinking if I want to play the long game here, and I have to take the supply specialist. I'm very tempted right now to go into Vulcans. Because Vulcans would tear his front line down. He's relying on crawlers and that sort of stuff. No, not crawlers. He's relying mostly on Mustangs. And he's given them missile interception too. That's why my missiles are just no longer getting through. I wonder if this much investment into missiles is even worth it, to be perfectly honest. Is there a way for me to beat his ground force on the ground? What am I lacking right now? I think I'm lacking the sustain for my chaff, because I barely have any. Well, I do have a decent amount of fangs here. But his arc lights are fairly high level. Let's try switching into sledgehammers. They can tank his arc lights for a decent bit. And I think I'm adding them in this way, so that if the steel balls get to lock on, they won't get to lock on all at the same time. And other than that, there's something more I want to get. Maybe subterranean blitz. And do I want to get more damage on these? If anything, I would like to give them more range. So for the moment, I'm leaving it at that. He is further upgrading his marksman, his arc lights, his everythings. He is so all in on defending my missiles that I wonder if it's the correct play. I mean, it's working out for him, so maybe I should not be questioning it this much. It's what I say, if it works it ain't stupid, or it can't be that stupid at least. Of course, the opponent can always be more stupid, and in my case, that may very well be what is happening. I simply don't feel like this is a good strategy you should be using. So now it looks like I have a decent shot. Well, it looked like... yeah, that's not enough. And a couple of his missile defenses also got shredded. So that actually is a very good turn for me.